then, after a certain amount of time has passed, the class trial will begin.
We found a body. Oh.
A body has been discovered.
Okay, you're
Now
right.
then,
They're both dead.
After a certain amount of time has passed, the class trial will begin.
Specifically determine it. 2 dead bodies. Okay, so she has... Her head looks like very askew.
What?
Could it be?
Yeah!
Shut the
It's
hell up!
impossible for killings to happen, except for all the
This
ones
is
that have
just-
happened.
Yes! Oh.
Damn it!
Oh hey, you were right. That panel did end up being important.
Wait, who? What?
Yeah, the panel that you were talking about when we looked at it in this room event originally. That panel is what he just manipulated to lower the body.
I really don't remember. But yeah.
Damn it!
So Buki was hanged. But Hiyoko is really the odd one here, because even if she was already dead ahead of time, there are only, what, was it 2 people who could have either, yeah, been in here after we had been in here, done all of that, and now would likely be hiding somewhere
What's the
in the
matter?
building.
Hey!
What the heck?
Ah! Are you kidding me?
That's right, Soda and Sonia, right, are the only 2 people that we believe could have done it. Well, of the 2 most likely to have been available to have done it, but there are a few other people, was it the Yakuza guy?
The Yakuza guy, arguably the nurse, Gundam, we did run into him at the place, but just because we always follow the road doesn't mean it isn't possible to move from one location to another
I mean,
a different way.
I'm still thinking there's no way it could be Gundam, just because the whole Gundam would have to say be here when we had left, managed to get Hiyoko, tie her up to the pool, run to the motel to be there when we get there, not be out of breath, because remember that was a clue for a previous one that someone was out of breath, and then everything else. So it could be the Yakuza guy, the nurse, or either of the patients as well. Even though we had seen them recently, there is still a chance that it could have been one of them. But it's most likely to be Soda or Sonia, or the team exercise builder guy, if he's still around, somewhere.
Yeah, because he's
Completely uncalled for. Or yeah.
unaccounted for.
That is
Yeah, that one.
possible!
What? What? This is troubling.
Damn it!
Oh, they're better.
Yeah,
No way!
it's totally over now.
That's...
What'd you say?
Phew!
Yahoo! It's the Monokuma file!
Ba 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 ba.
See ya later!
Bye, Monokuma. Be a stranger.
This cannot be...
Silence. Let me tell you.
Damn it. Damn it!
So, it seems incredibly likely that it is not the case of someone was actually hiding in the back room. Because we likely would have, seen them come out. So whoever did it tied up Hiyoko, then left, and locked the door behind them. Or tied her up, locked the door, and jumped out a window. But I don't think there was a window.
What do you yearn for?
That's weird.
Hey. Yep. This is bad.
Leave it to me! Alrighties! Damn it.
Damn right.
That was interesting sound bites. Damn it. Damn right.
No, I think the last one was all right.
I'm pretty sure he said damn right.
Huh? Hey!
Okay, it's not like he's necessarily spent a lot of time in here, right? Okay. Two victims, Ibuki and Hiyoko. Ibuki's cause of death was a crushed windpipe as a result of choking, with no other external injuries. Hiyoko's was blood loss due to her throat being slit by a sharp-edged tool. So it wasn't the hanging that killed her, it was being hanged.
She was choked, yeah.
But Hiyoki was killed instantly.
So...
I mean, it feels like either... Like, someone told Ibuki to hang herself, so she did, because remember, she had the gullible disease. And then they were caught by Hiyoki and had to just quickly kill them. Or Hiyoki wound up telling Ibuki, hey, why don't you just go kill yourself, blah blah blah. And then she actually does it, and then someone stopped Hiyoki from stopping Ibuki.
I'll definitely find out. I think.
I mean... Oh, there was something that I saw recently.
But also, notably, it is extra hot in here.
I see.
This, too, must be the will of causality.
Well?
Fine.
Level up!
Now
How
I
are you
remember
doing,
what I was
Steve?
thinking. Now I remember what I was thinking. I read a murder mystery recently about a serial killer who basically, kept targeting and killing people in a certain way.
Yes.
One of the things that resulted in him eventually being caught was someone basically caught him basically in the act. So he had to kill off the witness.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's what happened with Hyoko. But still,
Yeah.
you'd also think it would take quite amount of time for them to tie her up after that.
Yes, like, why tie her up? Why not just, like, leave her dead in the back room or something?
Yeah.
See? Yep.
Okay, wait, hold on. What if Hiyoko wound up killing Ibuki, but then sometime during, like, cleaning up the presentation or whatever, she wound up accidentally cutting herself in the neck? And then, during that brief window of opportunity, someone came in, saw this, and tied her up, just to mess with the scene of the crime.
No, that wouldn't happen. I mean, what do you think this is? Danganronpa 1?
I don't think Danganronpa 1 has any cases of somebody accidentally killing themselves. So it is so different.
I meant more the, you know, messing up the crime scene thing.
Wait, was Ibuki trying to kill Hiroko?
Huh?
Did Ibuki come by to kill Hiroko? Because somebody had to tie up Hiroko after we saw the crime scene.
Damn right. Like... well...
Well, yeah, I suppose I had to... But Hiroko could have been dead before Ibuki.
Possibly.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, all just the same. We know the time of death is... Yeah.
Hey!
Well...
I see.
Unless he's still lying. If he's still, like, being compelled to lie against his will, then that rope might actually be a clue, but this is, like, his way of saying it.
Hey. See? Yep. But still... So...
Okay. So what I'm thinking, Ibuki left the hospital, wound up coming here because she's just drawn to this place, whatever. Hiyoko was here as well. Tried to get her to go, or you know, tried to like hide from her because the whole, oh, the despair disease, whatever. Altercation happened. Something happened to Hiyoko's kimono. She got cut in the throat. Potentially, and then potentially Hiyoko told Ibuki to, you know, go hang herself. So Ibuki did, but then there would have to have been someone else here to then dress Hiyoko back up quickly and then tie her up.
Hey! Now. Actually... Huh? Why? Hey!
Yo!
Hey.
What?
Thanks.
Now then. That's weird. Yo!
Perhaps... But... Isn't that right? Hey. Well... See?
Okay, oh, well, the curtain!
Huh? So...
Who's the who?
Did you
Ah, the
investigate
temp.
the box?
We can investigate the temperature from here. Okay, but why is it so hot? Unless it was bumped during an altercation. So I brought in the camera and the step
So you
stool
have
and the rope
appeared.
and everything just to make the hanging dramatic. So it probably wasn't just a spur of the moment thing.
No.
I can see. Go, my four dark devas of destruction.
Wow!
How pitiful. Fine. That was close.
Nothing's coming to mind for what it could be. Except maybe curtain?
Have you examined her body? Ah, I guess yes.
I want to investigate the storage room, though. Because there's a chance that some stuff happened in here. Doesn't... No, I'm not seeing any blood.
Hey. But... Man. Hajime. Right? How mean. Damn it. Hey.
Obviously the movie theater.
Why is that obvious?
Obviously. Because there's a clue there in the movie, but I think he's the only person to have seen that movie.
Yeah.
Hmm. Oh. I see where the thick paper came from.
Yeah. Are you kidding me? We can't... No. That's all the same thing. But I have a feeling the mirror might be important.
It'd be easy to check how you look.
Oh. Interesting.
So, that Hiroko would be able to check, you know, if her kimono is on properly, but it isn't.
Damn right. Huh? Like...
That's how the doors look?
Hey!
Yeah, the door wasn't locked.
It was like barred. So someone would have had to have bought it from the inside, but I don't think I've seen any windows. How'd they get out? So this would be a closed door murder.
It does seem to be leaning that way.
I get it. Huh. Huh?
Yeah, what I was saying. Unless they somehow killed each other, but no.
Like... I get it. Damn it.
I've listened to the whole... Well? See? Yep.
No, 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 no. That's what she thinks of your slime.
How dare you?
She's the one that did it. So
How
someone
dare she?
tried to lock the doors and apparently just like supposedly just hid in here.
Where's
Oh wait, are you
Mika?
already done with the autopsy?
You've got it wrong!
Because the heat, I can't estimate the time of death?
Yep.
So, if the heater was used to hide the time of death, that means that it would have to have been someone who knew how to use the heaters to do that. Unfortunately,
I mean-
Hiroko has been supposedly just hiding in her room for, what, the past few days? So
I
she could have
just
been
wanna
killed
point-
at any time.
I just want to point out, not to incriminate myself in anything or anything, but I have seen a lot of, those sorts of things, and that was my first thought when I saw that the heat was turned up really high. Because if it's let me just think here, if the temperature is really low, it prevents the body from starting to decompose. Like, so it would appear to have been happened a lot sooner, but a lot more recently. But if the heat is up, it makes it appear that they've been there longer, but they haven't.
Also, noticing that the wallpaper stuff, like from that thick scrap of paper, is also used for these pillars. And the one seems fine, the other one seems damaged.
And it's not, and the one that seems damaged is not the one that Hiyoko is tied to.
Correct.
But...
Except no, it was not first Ibuki and then Hiyoko. That's what the game is telling us here. Hiyoko was dead first and probably like put in the staff room or whatever, waiting for Hajime to come in, see Ibuki, and run away, knowing that Hajime would want to run away instead of trying to stay at the scene of the crime to implicate himself.
Huh?
Thought everyone knew about this thing that
See?
I'm about to tell you. Trying to explain what an imitation murder is. Who's being imitated?
Good instincts.
Oh, everyone's seen the Monokuma movie but us.
Are we the only one who decided to spend $1.5 million?
Apparently.
Do you have a minute?
This, too, must be the...
Huh?
The same person.
Yep.
Oh, the rules being put in place. Not necessarily, because if two people working together, they could kill up to 4 people.
Perhaps.
Huh?
So... I am concerned.
Yep.
See?
Silent.
Hey,
Wow. I don't like this. This is kind of depressing.
So there are two people involved here.
Not necessarily.
yep.
Fine. Taste your powerless...
So...
Bad
Oh
movie.
my!
Good instinct.
Well, you... You are right.
Yeah, I want to see Hiyoki's motel room. See what's going on
Yes.
about that.
Okay.
That's weird.
Alright.
You got it wrong! But...
Okay, so
I'll just remind you, manually walk.
yeah, because you're obsessed with getting the pet a whole bunch of extra steps. Alright, so
So you have appeared. Listen well.
very, very clean.
Whoa!
Oh my!
How did Sonia get in?
I think she followed us, is the implication.
Alright, guess we have to talk to you now.
However... Perhaps... You are right. Perhaps... Hyoko, by chance, are you having trouble wearing your kimono?
Stupid! What are you saying? Of course I can do it! Because Mahiru taught me. That's why I can do it on my own.
If that is the case, how about you do it someplace where there is a mirror? Do you remember the full-length mirror in the storage room at the music venue? If you do it while standing in front of a large mirror, I am confident you will be successful.
Wait, the bathrooms here don't have mirrors?
Also, shutting yourself in your room
you can
like
see
this
the
may be
mirror
bad for
there,
your
and
health.
it's cracked, but it's also very small.
It cannot be.
remember, Sonia and Soda are the only two without any sort of alibi. So, what she's saying is that the killer probably didn't know Hiyoko was going to be there. Still don't really trust Sonia here. Okay, well that's awkward, but okay. That is a very thin fridge!
And a very thin bed. Just looking around at a different angle.
What's up? Oh, hi.
No.
That's half of the hidden Monokumas. Let me guess, the other one is in Ibuki's room at the hospital.
No, that was the 5th one. We have all the ones for this chapter.
And that was half of them, and this is chapter 3, so there's 6 chapters worth of Monokumas. Chapter 1 had Monokumas, right?
Yes.
So there's
Damn
6
right.
chapters worth of Monokumas. So if it's true that the killer hid themselves in the music room, then
I get it.
we know it's not Fuyuko, or Shiako, or Mikan, because all of them were definitely accounted
I
for.
see. Hey,
Yeah. And Gundam.
I see.
Yeah, because she and Sonia.
Like...
It occurs to me, we technically have the worst alibi.
Yes! And yet nobody except for Mikan is pointing any sort of suspicion at us for any of this. As far as anyone else knows, we could have done all of that killing ourselves and then just left and been all like, oh my gosh, I saw a body.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll come up during the trial.
Probably.
Well, yeah. Well.
That's interesting.
What?
They went around the island the opposite way, which means they came up behind us as we were heading towards the music venue.
Alright.
Huh? Jeez. Huh.
Okay, so back to the hospital. And then to the movie theater.
Egg salad.
Well?
Hey, hey!
Well, he's suspicious or something.
Right! Man. Hey. Huh?
So yeah, like Soda knows the most about the whole video thing. So somebody killed Ibuki, but made a show of it.
Hajime.
That's right.
Hey, hey.
Man.
Well?
Hey. You.
Yeah, she had the gullibility disease. The conference room?
Yeah, I'm wondering about that myself, to be honest.
Can I go now? So now these two know about what we had seen. Now, it would be a really interesting twist if Hajime was
Now
also
then.
inflicted with the despair disease and did the murder but didn't know about it.
All right. Hey, hey. Yo.
Wait, what happened to hers?
Yeah.
Huh?
Like,
So, there was an extra gown that was... Oh! I get it. The person that we saw in the video about to hang themselves wasn't actually Ibuki. It was someone else who had fully cuffed themselves. Because if you remember, Ibuki wearing the hospital gown with the bag, her hair is still out. But in the video that we saw, we didn't see the hair. It was someone else who was doing that. To make it look like that someone was going to hang themselves, the camera cut out, and then they went and hanged Ibuki, or potentially Ibuki was already dead by that point as well, but then they put her up to be hanged.
Yeah, that more or less matches up with what I was thinking too.
To make it look like she hanged herself. One of these is going to be important. This was a Kane's room. So, someone had to have taken the extra thing.
Yeah.
But it really feels like there might be a bit extra. Like, say, 4 overall people involved and not just 3.
Hey. 'Cause... Hey.
Well, see?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
See?
Does the music hall actually have a window behind those curtains?
Nope.
Because I don't know if you ever actually saw the wall back in the behind in the music room.
You mean in the music venue? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. You see, I have a thought, but
What's up?
yeah, everyone's circumstantial there. Black curtains. I don't know.
Yeah, there are a lot of angles that I'm working at to try to make everything of this.
Can you examine like the transceiver thing again?
No doubt Ibuki climbed up there. It's not really it. What are you thinking?
Okay. Basically, the fact that, remember, he said he had to increase the range of those things to make them work between the hospital and the music venue.
Yes.
He also said that he just grabbed them from the place or whatever. And yeah, you don't need to worry about the poop. Yeah, you don't need to worry about the poop, you just basically need to make sure that before
Yeah,
we
I was
start
there
the
to
poop-
check the steps.
Okay.
That he had just grabbed them from Electric Ave.
Yes.
And
But this also means someone could have just also grabbed a pair and, say, swapped out the one that's in the hospital and put another one, say, in that upper room, the conference room. Who would know?
I mean, what would be the point of doing any of this?
Like, how do I think? Okay, the video that Hajime saw.
Wish we could look at the video. Okay, so what you're saying is that supposedly the person filmed themselves doing the about to be hanging thing, but they could have actually just been in the conference room with the music hall already set up, with Ibuki's body already hanging there. Filmed this in the hospital, or live in the hospital, which would seriously implicate Mikan, because she was upstairs at that time. And so, because we ran immediately to the music hall instead of going upstairs to the conference room, then they could have removed all of this equipment, had duplicates of all of this equipment at the music hall, and then so the Ibuki death could have just been circumstantial, and then Hiyoko could have happened to walk in on it at some point, so she was killed and tied up as well.
Yeah. It sounds like a real stretch when you say it aloud.
Yeah, because they would also have had to have because it was, Mikan would then also have had to have taken everything from out of the conference room and hidden it in the hospital, where we decide not to look through anything in the hospital. Yeah, make sure that we
What?
don't look through anything at all to try to find it. Yeah. But I think that that whole thing with Chikan was more likely just telling us, hey, these curtains, the exact same that are in the music venue, are blackout curtains. So there could be, say, a window behind the blackout curtains in the music venue that we'll just never find out about because we're not allowed to look behind the curtains. And that's how the person could have done the kills and escaped. But now we have to watch this movie, which probably won't even be properly related to anything.
I see. Hey!
Did you call me? What? What are you gonna do?
Huh?
Listen up! Ta-da!
That's...
Here!
Why do I feel like that this is only effective today at this time is going to be important? Okay. I really feel like that's important.
Look forward to it, okay?
Hey.
Yep, it's a truth bullet.
No. Are you sure?
Impossible.
I don't, but...
Phew!
Hey! So
we're supposed to click on something very specific to look at. Ah! This!
what's this? Too bad. You're so stupid. Shocking. Hey,
So we have to...
Well, now.
Alright.
Now then. I can't wait.
So someone got two of those bags, used one for Ibuki and has the other one. So that would be the smoking gun? The killer has a spare one of that bag?
That follows, yes.
Alright.
Now, Ben, please.
Monokuma was born in a remote village full of old people because the death rates outpaced the birth rates. One day, Monokuma was swept up by a tornado created by a helicopter gunship during a routine military exercise. and was whisked away to Monami's country. Monokuma wanted to return to his homeland so he could go back to pestering the old people for change. So he began his journey to see the wizard Monami, who was rumored to grant any wish one desires. Along the way, he met a very loyal group of friends. Monokuma met a Monami scarecrow who was missing a brain. When he recommended that she commit suicide, the Monami scarecrow hanged herself and died.
Okay. That's what they're saying by the thing. Because Ibuki was super gullible, they think that someone just told her to do it and she did.
I mean, that is what we theorized before.
But, of course, since these games love to pretend that they're following one path and then do something completely different, that is obviously not what actually happened. Cool.
He also met a Monami lion who was missing her courage, so he pumped her full of arrows.
Oh, and hung to... and
he also met a Monami tin man who was missing a heart, so Monokuma sliced her into lumps of iron. After a lot of other stuff happened, Monokuma finally reached the wizard Monami, the great and powerful. Eventually, one thing led to another, and he started beating the crap out of Monami.
Uh-huh.
And in the end, he somehow usurped the kingdom from her. With this, Monokuma enslaved the old people, took their pensions, and lived the rest of his days in luxury. And he lived happily ever after. The end.
Phew! So... bye-bye!
I mean, don't think that really gave us anything new.
Well... But...
Hello! The class try. So, make
Alright. Let's run around the island until we get the notification.
What, you want to finish up with this little pet before we actually go to the trial?
Yes, that is explicitly what I said when we started this episode, yes.
Okay, I mean, that's going to be about 14 laps around the island.
Sounds good.
So I guess we're
should
going
probably,
to...
Yeah, pause the recording, I think.
Yeah. Unless we want to quickly talk about what we suspect the killings is going to be.
Okay.
So...
I do want to remark on one thing with the movie.
Hey, 5,000 steps.
I couldn't help but notice, and I don't know if it was actually supposed to be like this in the movie, or if this was a glitch in the game. The fact that the Tin Man Monami that was supposed to be broken into pieces, that was the one that showed up on screen when the Wizard Monami was supposed to show up.
Yeah. Seems a little bit odd. Could have been intentional just because, hey, this is a bad movie, blah, blah, blah. They couldn't even, you know, rechange the prop properly.
Yeah.
But it's like, so, supposedly, so what we're being told is that supposedly somebody saw the movie and thought, I'm going to kill people in just that same way. Did the, you know, live stream to Hajime specifically, or, you know, put on the live stream, waited for somebody to see it, because it was as soon as Hajime said something that Ibuki started to walk. So, like,
Yes,
you know...
that was Ibuki.
Yes, that the person supposedly being Ibuki had started to walk. And then they... Yeah. And then Hajime went to the theater, saw Ibuki, left the theater, went to the motel, and then went back to the theater to break in. And during that time, supposedly, they killed Hiyoko, bound her to the pillar, and stuck the door closed, then hid, waited for everyone to break into the place, get the 2 murder announcements, or the 2 dead body announcements specifically.
I want to correct one thing that you just said. Remember how there was both the drumstick, but also the goo stuff that basically sort of gluing the door shut?
Yes.
That goo being there, you know... I mean, depending on how... That goo being there could presumably actually have been what was keeping the door shut, while the drumstick was an intentional red herring.
Well, either way, they stuck the door closed.
They stuck the door closed, and that's the thing. If it was the drumstick that actually kept the door closed, then yes, they basically have to have been inside. If it was the goo stuff, not necessarily.
Yeah. But the drumstick was broken somehow, so unless the drumstick was sitting on the floor, and then when everybody came in, the killer is like, oh, the drumstick, snap, just to make it seem like the drumstick had been blocking the door. That is something that they could have done, and then they could have been outside the theater, blah, blah, blah. Absolutely.
I mean, they also could have just planted a broken drumstick on the floor before leaving.
True. Like, that could have been a plant. That is possible, and then they could have been outside the theater and thus not been hiding in to intermingle with the rest of the group. But that still leaves the very weird... It's like, even if Ibuki and or Hiroki, even if they were both killed ahead of time, and say the place was set up, and someone had taken an alternate camera monitor, whatever, to do the filming upstairs, and had set up like a duplicate room to make everything look the same. Cause if you really think about it, okay, Ibuki was not killed immediately as soon as she was hanged. She was killed by suffocation.
Yes.
That's what it says. Her windpipe was crushed and she suffocated to death. Now, we have basically no frame of reference for how long it takes to get from one place to another. We're assuming that Hajime sprinted over to the theater. But it's like, that still could have been like 10 or 20 minutes to run over there. We have no idea. It could have been, 1 minute.
Yeah.
We have no way of knowing.
Yeah, we basically seem to always get a matter of, it takes half an hour to travel anywhere, even if it's across 2 separate bridges between islands.
Yeah.
So it's just like...
We have no way of knowing how long it took Hajime between seeing the announcement and getting to the theater to see Ibuki's body, which may or may not have been dead at that time.
Yeah.
Because there's no body announcement at that time, because less than 3 people had seen the body.
Exactly.
Not counting Killer.
Yes.
So, but like, it is possible, like, they are supposed to be right next door, so if it is the case of where it'd be close to see, then if Ibuki had only just hanged herself and Hajambi was fast enough at reaching her, she would still be struggling. And, you know, struggling, suffocating, trying to get off of the rope because she's dying. And then Hajime could have seen that and saved her. But if she was killed ahead of time, like, say, just flat out strangled with the rope before being hanged. But that, and then there's still the question of the blood on her shoes and the blood on the stepladder and the blood that was somewhat wiped off of the stage.
Yeah.
That we are assuming is Hiroki's, but we don't know. We're assuming. Because she did not have a lot of blood coming out.
Yes. The part that confuses me is the blood on Ibuki's shoes.
Yeah, so it seems like Hiroki was killed first, and then Ibuki walked through the blood? Yeah. If we knew how long it took to get from the hospital to the theater, we could have a better understanding, because if it is like 1 minute, then there's no way that... There's no way it could have actually, like, she could have been... There's no way that the video feed could have been in the theater. But if it's like 10 minutes, then it totally could have been.
Exactly.
And like, that's the thing that we really don't know about. Because the sense of scale and time is completely out the window.
Yeah. Hey, how's our steps remaining for our pet looking?
48.
Oh my god! Okay, so I... Oh, you must have noticed. That was at full despair. Monokuma doesn't die at full despair.
Yeah.
He likes the despair.
There we go. Blue. Alright, cool. Let's get ourselves a whole bunch of coins and such. Tranquility skill.
Yep.
Alright, so now can we go in?
Yes.
So there are a lot of little things that don't quite add up, but I am liking your idea that the live feed actually happened in the hospital, because that would explain the second bag and the second hospital gown.
Welcome!
Or the fourth hospital gown.
Wait! Monomi's such a dumb child. Hey! Hey! That's... Anyway... Bye-bye! I won't let you.
Hey! Huh?
Damn it!
Well... How about it?
What do...
See?
I'm gonna do it!
Alright, so... Yeah, if it was a case of a second feed, I am very much in favor of the idea of there having been, like, say, 2 killers or 2 people involved in the killing. Because if the feed had happened in the conference room, then there's no way that Mike-Ann would have not known about it. So, like, she easily could have been the one to have, you know, done the feed, and then pretend to be all innocent about everything.
I just noticed something.
What was that?
Is this the first time we've had a daytime trial?
I have no idea.
Because I get the feeling that both of the other two were at night, because, you know, that's when bodies were found. Well, no, that's not when the bodies were found in the second case, but yeah, this is definitely the first time we've just actually gone to the trial, and it's still daylight.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, in the first case, the body was found, like, in the dead of night.
Yeah.
And in the second case, the body was found at about, what, 4 or 5 p.m., something like that?
Yeah, so with the time it would get...
In this one, the body was found at, like, 10 in the morning.
Yeah, well, earlier than that.
No. 10 a.m. is the morning announcement. Fujihiko said that he had woken up to the morning announcement.
Claire, the morning announcement is at 7 a.m.
No?
The night announcement is the one that is at 10 p.m.
No, I thought they were both at 10.
Don't think so. I'm sure if the time ends up being a factor, they'll tell us.
Feels pretty toothless. So many missing people.
Hey! No! That's... Well now.
Yep.
Yahoo!
He actually has a point. Why bother? He wasn't involved in the investigation and likely not the murder at all. He would literally have nothing to contribute but a vote.
Yes. Yeah. Supposedly, she was just trying to get herself changed. She came all the way over to the theater just to find a mirror to get changed. And theoretically happened to do it in the same morning that Ibuki was killed. Sure, let's save our progress here.
Alright, we'll do the case on the next episode.
Anything else we got?
Oh yeah. Let's take a look at any of the purchase ones, because we do have a few points remaining. Now that we've actually gotten, you know, a feel for things.
Alright, slightly increases influence gauge.
What's the next one?
Increase focus gauge. Focus might be useful. Increases influence gauge. I don't think we've had an issue with the influence gauge, right?
I think you're right, yeah.
So I want to increase the focus gauge.
I just want to say
we don't need.
I just want to say right now, the focus gauge one. Note what it says cannot be combined with a different skill.
Oh, so that's another one that we're going to get from the animals before the next investigation. Another one of the pets, we're going to get one that gives us the menacing focus. So there's no point spending points on this one because we're going to get the other one for the next time.
Exactly, so better to save the point for this one.
No. The influence gauge recovers over time. Don't need that. Increases damage to the opponent when a statement is destroyed. Don't care. Increase bullet capacity during panic talk. Don't really care. Lock onto 2 statements at once during panic talk. I don't care.
Yeah.
Easy to shift mood to your favorite. That one I might actually care about, depending on exactly when in the rebuttal showdown it happens. If it happens during the sword cutting phase, that's useless. If it happens during the very end when you have to rapidly click, that could either be useless or actually useful, because it's arbitrary on how fast you have to click. And sometimes
I will
spamming the
point out, you
button
did
is
struggle
totally...
a couple of times. Yeah, you did struggle a couple of times on the one in the last case. So, this one might be worth considering. What else?
Sharpness increases by 2. Don't know what that does.
Uh-huh.
Sharpness increases by 5. Increases max speed during logic dive. Don't even Oh yeah, no. Logic dive, I remember that. Whatever. Increases turning power for logic dive. We're fine. Jumping, whatever. And then right back to the beginning.
So Mood Maker was the only one that I think that we thought might be worth it.
Alright, sure, whatevs. Okay. So, before we end this episode, I want to say, I'm still thinking Soda and Sonia had something to do with it. Because those are the only two with actually no alibi during the time when Hiroko's body was tied up.
There is one bit of information that we didn't get during the investigation, and I'm hoping it shows up because it could drastically affect things.
What?
When did Sonia talk to Hiyoko and suggest she go to the music venue?
I thought she said it was a few days ago. Yeah, I thought that she had said it was a few days ago. Could have been that very same morning, and then just happened to send her in there where she happened to die, or...
Remember, what started happening a few days ago is that's when Hiyoko locked herself in her room. But I don't recall Sonia ever saying precisely when she spoke to Hiyoko.
So again, could have been that very same morning, and Hiyoko happened to go in there after we had left, and somehow neither of us saw each other, and she didn't care about the dead body. Could have happened before, like early in the morning,
Yeah.
But yeah. But still, so, who knows? Us from like 2 episodes from now will know. We'll tell you all about it later.